Alright, let's pull the curtains back on a story that still gives me chills. This is about the video that uploaded itself, and it happened right here in Los Angeles, on a night that started out completely normal. It was January 2nd, 2024. I was winding down, probably scrolling through comments on my last upload, when I noticed something odd. There was a new video processing on my channel, a video I didn't remember filming, editing, or even thinking about. The title was just a string of random numbers. My first thought, a glitch, maybe a draft that accidentally got pushed to upload. Or worse, maybe I'd been hacked. I clicked on it, my heart starting to beat a little faster. The processing finished, and the thumbnail loaded. It was a shot of my bedroom, dark and still. A little creepy, but okay. I hit play. The video opened with a static shot of my room, from the perspective of the webcam on my desk. And there I was, in bed, fast asleep. I remember my stomach dropping. How was this possible? I live alone. I checked the timestamp on the video file. It was recorded just an hour ago. I was watching myself sleep from a recording made while I was sleeping. It felt like a violation, a complete invasion of my personal space. I felt watched, exposed. For about a minute, the video was just that me, sleeping. The only sound was the faint hum of my computer fan and my own quiet breathing. It was unnerving, but I couldn't look away. I had to know what happened, who was behind this. I kept watching, my eyes glued to the screen, trying to spot any clue, any reflection in the monitor, anything that could explain this. Was someone in my apartment? The thought sent a shiver down my spine. I paused the video, got up, and checked my front door. Locked. All the windows were secure. I was alone. I grabbed a baseball bat from my closet, just in case. My hands feeling clammy. I sat back down, took a deep breath, and pressed play again. The footage continued. Me, sleeping. And then, it happened. On screen, my sleeping self suddenly sat bolt upright. My eyes were wide open, staring directly into the camera lens. But they were blank, vacant. It wasn't the look of someone waking up from a bad dream. It was hollow, like a doll's eyes. I didn't move. I just sat there, staring. The person on the screen didn't look like me, not really. It was my face, my body, but the life behind the eyes was gone. I felt a wave of nausea. I was watching this happen, live, from the safety of my chair, yet I was also the subject of the horror on screen. I had absolutely no memory of sitting up, of staring at the camera. I was asleep. I know I was. The logical part of my brain was screaming, trying to find an explanation. Sleepwalking. But I've never sleepwalked in my life. And the stare, it was too deliberate, too unsettling. It was the kind of stare that feels like it's looking right through you, into you. And just when I thought it couldn't get any weirder, it did. I was so focused on my own creepy doppelganger on screen that I almost missed it. The background, behind my on-screen self, the calendar hanging on my wall, the date was wrong. My real-world calendar clearly said January 2nd. But in the video, the page was turned. It showed January 3rd. Tomorrow, my blood ran cold. This wasn't just a recording of the past. This was impossible. How could a video recorded tonight show something from tomorrow? My mind was racing, trying to piece it together. Was it a prank, a very elaborate, terrifying prank? Did someone edit this? But the footage was seamless. There were no cuts, no visible signs of digital manipulation. It was one continuous, horrifying shot. The me on the screen was sitting in my room. Tomorrow, I kept watching, my hand trembling as I held the mouse. The staring figure on screen, the version of me from the future, slowly raised a hand and pointed. Not at the camera, but just past it, as if pointing at something behind my desk, in the real world. At me. I instinctively flinched and spun around in my chair. There was nothing there, just the empty, quiet darkness of my room. But the feeling of being watched, was overwhelming now. It felt like the air had grown heavy and cold. The video wasn't over. After pointing, the figure on screen slowly, deliberately, lowered its hand. Then, its mouth opened, but no sound came out. It was a silent scream, a look of pure, unadulterated terror twisting its features. My features? It was a face I had never made in my life. A contortion of fear that felt alien and deeply disturbing. It was like watching a preview of my own worst nightmare. A nightmare that was apparently scheduled for tomorrow. Then, the video cut to black. For a few seconds, there was nothing but a black screen and silence. I was barely breathing. My heart was a drum against my ribs. Just as I was about to close the window, thinking it was over, a single line of white text appeared on the screen. 5 simple words that have been burned into my mind ever since. It said, "You can delete the file." A pause. Then another line appeared beneath it. But not the moment the video ended. It looped back to the beginning, to the still image of me sleeping peacefully. I slammed my laptop shut. My hands were shaking uncontrollably. What did it mean? Delete the file. But not the moment. Did it mean that what I saw was inevitable? That tomorrow, on January 3rd, I would sit up in bed, stare into my own camera, and experience some unspeakable terror? Was this a warning, a threat, or a prophecy? I spent the rest of the night with the lights on, sitting in my living room, clutching that baseball bat, jumping at every creak and groan of the building. Sleep was out of the question. How could I sleep, knowing what the video showed? I thought about calling the police, but what would I say? "Hello, officer. My future self uploaded a creepy video to my YouTube channel. They'd think I was crazy." I didn't delete the video. Part of me was too scared to touch it, and another part felt like it was evidence. Evidence of what? I didn't know. The sun eventually came up, marking the beginning of January 3rd. The day from the video. Every second felt like an hour. I was a nervous wreck, watching the clock, waiting for the moment from the video to happen, or not happen. I tried to change things. I unplugged the webcam. I even thought about leaving my apartment, spending the day somewhere else. But the message echoed in my head. You can't delete the moment. It felt fated. This story doesn't have a neat ending. I'm telling you this now because I'm still trying to understand it. That video is gone. Now it vanished from my channel as mysteriously as it appeared. But I have a copy saved. Sometimes, I think about watching it again, but I can't bring myself to, because the memory is vivid enough. The memory of my own face, filled with a terror I have yet to experience. It's a reminder that some things are beyond our control, and that sometimes, the most terrifying thing to see is yourself. Thanks for listening to my story. It's a heavy one, I know. If you've ever experienced something you can't explain, let me know in the comments. And if you want to hear more strange tales, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Stay safe out there.